Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel Charitrapada. This time I am presenting the biography of two eminent personalities, namely Sayyid Alawi Thangal and his son Sayyid Fazal Thangal. Their names did not get deserving importance in the mainstream of the history, especially in the history of our freedom struggle against the British, though both of them had sacrificed their life for the freedom of our motherland and for the liberation and upliftment of the downtrodden people of the community. Mamburam Sayyid Alawi Thangal and his son Sayyid Fazal Thangal were two great personalities who played a leading role in the Indian independence struggle against the British as well as against the cruel exploitation of the lower class people of the society by the native upper class landlords, the Genmees of Malabar, for centuries under the protective shadow of the British rule. Both of them taught us a unique and a different face of Islam, the liberation of the oppressed class, namely the liberation theology of Islam. Sayyid Fazal was born in Mamburam in 1824 as son of Sayyid Alawi Thangal, popularly known as Mamburam Thangal, and Fatima, daughter of Sayyid Abubakar Madari of Ambalakkat Kovilkandi, Koilandi. Family background. Sayyid Alawi Thangal's father, Muhammad bin Sahal Maula Duwali, and mother Fatima Jifri are the descendants of Maula Duwali of the Tarim lineage, descendants of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's daughter Fatima radiallahu anha. Sayyid Alawi was born in 1750 in the town of Tarim in Hadramaut, Yemen. He grown up with his mother's sister as his parents were died in his childhood. Sayyid Alawi came to Kozhikode in 1769 from Yemen at his age of 19. His uncle Sheikh Hassan Jifri had reached in Kozhikode in 1754 itself and settled in Mamburam, Tirurangadi. Hassan Jifri, his uncle, died in 1764. Sayyid Alawi married his uncle Hassan Jifri's daughter Fatima in 1769 as per his will, wasiyat, under the patronage of Tirurangadi Khadi Jamaluddin Maktub. After marriage, he stayed wife's house for a short period and then moved to Maliyekal house, which he constructed in front of the Mambaram Masjid. Sayyid Alawi had two daughters, and after the death of his wife, he again married Fatima, daughter of Kovilkandi Ambalakkat Abubakar Madani from Koilandi, and Sayyid Fazal Thangal, born in this relationship in 1824. Education. Sayyid Fazal Thangal had his primary education under his uncle Hassan Jifri and Chalilakat Ibrahim Abubakar Koya Musliar of Parapanangadi. He gained deep knowledge in Quran, Hadith, history within a short period. His father, Sayyid Alawi Thangal, died in the year 1844 when Sayyid Fazal was 20. In fact, his death was a martyrdom. He participated in Cherur battle as a horse-mounted soldier and fought against the soldiers of the 5th Madras Battalion of the British East India Company and got wounded in his thigh. This wound, which he did not reveal much about, got infected and took his life after a few months. Historians C.M. Muhammad Maulavi, Dr. Hussain Randattani, K.K. Muhammad Abdul Karim had referred this historical fact in their books. The life and martyrdom of Sayyid Fazal Thangal is a good lesson for today's religious and community leaders who claim as Ahlul Bayt enjoy the cooling shadow of the rulers and consuming the benefits from the lower strata of the community, and at the same time keeping a considerable distance from them. Major R.J. Burton, who led the British force, cited the role of Sayyid Fazal Thangal in the Battle of Cherur in the Journal of the United Services Institute of India. This historical fact, again quoted by P.M. Harris in his book Vishwapauran Mamburam Fadal Thangal in page number 35. Sayyid Fazal Thangal reached in Mecca in 1844 after the death of his father for his higher studies and to perform Hajj. He was 20 at that time and spent 5 years there in Mecca. These 5 years brought about tremendous changes in Sayyid Fazal's life. The peculiarity of this period is that it was during these years when the British colonialism started occupy Muslim countries. During these years in Mecca, he was able to meet and exchange ideas with talented people from different parts of the world. The meeting with Jamaluddin Afghani, who gave a new dimension of political Islam, of freedom or liberation of the Muslim world. The Pan-Islam movement is of much significance. All these meetings and discussions made him to realize that Islam has a different face also which wipe the tears of the oppressed people and to fight for their freedom, and this became an obligation when situations demanded to a Muslim. Social life of Sayyid Fazal Thangal in Malabar. In 1849, Sayyid Fazal Thangal reached in Malabar from Mecca, constructed the famous Mamburam Masjid and started teaching the Muslim community to lead a life strictly according to the teaching of Quran and Hadith. He instructed the local Muslims to quit alcohol, use of bad words, and to abstain from un-Islamic rituals and practice leading to shirk or polytheism, which are strictly prohibited in Islam. Not only local people but people from distant parts of Malabar also started approaching Sayyid Fazal Thangal to learn and to clear doubts in Islamic subjects. Command on Arabic language and literature, as well as his ability as an orator, helped Sayyid Fazal to fight against the injustice and human right violation against the lower class of the society. His khutbah speeches made awareness among the local Muslims about the pathetic situation of their motherland and the variety of human right violations suffered by the oppressed class of the society for generations and the moral responsibility of Muslims to fight against this. The British authorities and the upper class of the society became very much disturbed because of the increasing influence of Sayyid Fazal Thangal among the locals, especially the downtrodden class. H.V. Kanoli, then the collector of Malabar, and the police authorities kept meticulous observation on each and every movement of Sayyid Fazal Thangal. Information regarding the activities and his interactions with the lower class people of the society were regularly conveyed by the local upper class Hindus. Kanoli and other authorities became very much worried because of the increasing number of attendees for his Juma Kutubah, which led the collector to arrange spies to watch the participants of the Juma Kutubah. His speeches were encouraging and gave a new energy to the downtrodden class of the society who were being cruelly exploited by the upper class with help of the British force. Hindu-Muslim unity was the cardinal theme of his all lectures, which was the main reason why the British were frightened. Sayyid Fazal Thangal is a dangerous and powerful enemy of the British rule. He is establishing an imperium in imperio. Police force is absolutely helpless to control him. This is the main content of the reports sent by Mr. Hitchcock to the Madras governor on 2nd January 1852. Famous historian Dr. M. Gangadharan quoted this official report in his article Mambram Thangalmarude Kalavum Akalavum. Fazal Thangal proclaimed some fatwas, means religious declarations, regarding the social interactions of the Muslims with non-Muslims. Obviously, their fatwas creating big uproar in society as they were against the upper class Hindus. The salient features of these fatwas were as follows. Number 1. Muslims should address the upper class Hindus in the same way as they address the Muslims. Number 2. Muslims should not eat the left out food from Hindus. Number 3. All Muslims should attend Jummah prayer of Friday, which should be a holiday. In his book, Mappila Munnettum Paramparagata Buddhijeevigalum, famous historian Dr. K. M. Panikkar interpret these fatwas as instructions meant only for those who embraced Islam from lower class Hindu community. These new Muslims need not continue their old customs and rituals even after accepting Islam, as all are equal in Islam. But the upper class Hindus considered these changes as a war declaration against them, according to Professor K. M. Bahauddin. In those days, a landlord or Janmi by law itself has the right to evacuate a tenant or Kudiyan from his property at any time, and Kolkar, a sort of police force, consists of Nair soldiers under the British Raj, was ready to implement this law. In 1792, when the British got Malabar from Tipu Sultan, the Madras governor decided this policy to protect the elite class of the society, and the aforementioned rule was according to this policy. The greedy landlord can give his property for more rent or partam. In the official report prepared by Malabar Deputy Collector Mr. C. Kanaran, says that Fazal Thangal instructed the tenant or Kudiyans who spent his effort for many years on such land has the right to eliminate such ruthless, greedy landlords or janmis, and this act is not a sin. This is clearly mentioned by William Logan, then the collector of Malabar, in his official report titled Malabar Special Commission Report of 1882, Volume 2, page number 48, and quoted by historians like Dr. Hussain Randattani, Dr. K.K.N. Kurup, Dr. M. Gangadharan. Stand of Fazal Thangal against the caste and feudal system are self-explanatory. Dear viewers, I am forced to cut short this video here as I don't want my viewers get bored. You can expect the next part of this video shortly. Thank you for watching.